So I've had Apple One for a few months now, and I figured I would go ahead and give it a review for those of you that either don't know what it is or on the fence on whether you should get it or not. First off, what is Apple One? Apple One is the combination of different Apple services bundled into one subscription. So what services does Apple offer that are provided in Apple One? Well, they've got their Apple Music, TV Plus, Arcade, iCloud storage, Apple News Plus, and the Fitness Plus program. So what plans does Apple offer under the Apple One subscription? Well, they've got three. They've got Individual, Family, and Premier. And as you can see, the differences between the plans is obviously cost. Your iCloud storage goes up with each plan. Plus, with the Family and Premier plan, you can share with up to 5 other people, and the Premier plan does offer 2 terabytes of iCloud storage, News Plus, and Fitness Plus. So the higher you go, the more you get, but also the more you save ultimately versus buying all of these packages separate. Something that you should know is the Apple devices that and operating systems that you need in order to run Apple One. You first need an iPhone or iPod Touch running iOS 14 or later, an iPad with iPadOS 14 or later, Apple TV with tvOS 14 or later, or a Mac running Big Sur 11.1 or later. For those of you that want the Premier plan and want to get Apple Fitness Plus, or just want to buy Apple Fitness Plus on its own, you need the Apple Watch Series 3 or later running the latest Watch OS. Now that we got the boring stuff out of the way, I want to go ahead and give a review. In this review, I'm going to talk about Apple One as a whole, then I'm going to break it down by service and let you know kind of how I feel about each of the services. So let's go ahead and start with Apple One. Overall, I've been extremely happy with my Apple One Premier subscription. I went with the Premier option because it had 5 of the 6 services that I wanted from Apple. The service that I didn't want was News Plus, but I have enjoyed having it for news and tech articles. I use it more than I thought I would. Based on everything in the subscription, I think that Apple did a good job with all 3 bundles. However, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10 simply because I think if Apple allowed customization within each of the plans, I think that would actually be better. For example, the individual plan, it costs $21 a month, basically, if you buy everything separate, that is. Music costs $10 per month, and so does Apple News Plus. So let the user pick what they want to bundle with the TV Plus and Apple Arcade, or just drop Arcade and TV Plus and just do a Music and News Plus and 50 gigs of iCloud storage bundle. It'd essentially be the same cost. It's the $15 a month, whereas if you bought it separately, it'd still be $21 a month. So you get that customization that's tailored to you. But that's really my only complaint, is the lack of customization. And then some of the services, as you'll see, I'm not 100% happy with. And so I think once they get all those services fixed or allow you to customize your bundle a little bit, I think that would actually bring the value up of Apple One. But again, an 8 out of 10, to me, that's still awesome. I might even give it an 8.5 out of 10, but overall, I'm happy with it. So, Apple Music. This was one that I was on the fence about at first because I could listen to Amazon Music for free. Amazon does have a paid subscription, but with their free version, you get a whole lot of music there and a lot of different stations. After a few days with Apple Music, I really honestly thought that it was kind of awesome because I can download music for free to my iPhone or my Mac, and I don't have to pay $1.29 a song now just to have it on my device. I can stream it, or I can download it and stream it, or download it and play it anytime I want, whether I have an internet connection or not, or for people that have limited data that they can use. You can download that stuff on Wi-Fi and then go watch your music videos or listen to your music later on without having to stream. So that's nice. The one thing that I really do not like about Apple Music is simply the stations. They're not that good. The DJs suck. The music, just the mix isn't good. I listened to a few different stations, and honestly, the only one that I found that I liked was the Beethoven station. And that was good for background music. Everything else was, do I have to listen to this? Oh, wait, I don't. Let me change the station. So, other than that, that's something that Amazon does better on, is those stations. But Apple, on the stations, they repeat the music a lot less. If you listen to an hour of music on a station on Amazon, I can almost guarantee you that about 30 minutes of that last hour that you listen to will be in the next hour. So their mix is not as good as Apple's, but their stations are still a little bit better as far as the music that they do play. So it's kind of a toss-up there. But overall, I would also give Apple Music an 8 out of 10 simply because their stations just aren't good, but there's a lot more pros than cons. Apple TV Plus. Now, when Apple TV Plus first came out, I got it for free when I got my iPhone, and I tried it for a year, and I found myself spending more time on Hulu, and I really wasn't impressed with the first round of shows that Apple brought out for TV Plus. The morning show, which has a heavy-hitting all-star cast, that one there, I really thought that it was going to be a great show, and it fell flat. It wasn't good. The beginning episode, the first couple of episodes, I was like, man, I would change this around and start with that and do this. I could pick it apart and change pretty much everything in there to make it a better show because it just sucked. Honestly, it didn't get good until about the 6th or 7th episode out of a 10-episode season. Now, For All Mankind, that was an amazing show. I'm so excited for Season 2, which dropped today. So, I'm pretty pumped for it. See, that was a good show. I haven't finished it. I kind of got sidetracked with stuff on Hulu and Netflix, to be honest. But from what I've watched of C with Jason Momoa, it's a really good show. Really wanting to get into it a little bit more. Some of the newer shows, such as Ted Lasso, Defending Jacob, and Truth Be Told, they are fantastic. If you get Apple TV Plus, make sure you watch those 3 and For All Mankind, and check out C. Those 5 shows would be worth checking out if you get a free trial. But again, in the beginning, $4.99 a month sounded like a waste of money, because I just didn't find myself spending any time on it except for watching For All Mankind until the other shows finally came out that were good. The newer shows that I've listed, they give me hope that Apple TV Plus has a solid future, and I really hope it does, because if they keep producing good shows like they have recently, I think they'll be rivaling some of their competitors. But as of right now, I struggle even giving it a 7 out of 10, just because a lot of the original shows that they came out with, a lot of their talk shows, they're just absolutely horrible. But as they release shows, the newer shows are getting better and better. Apple Arcade. I had high hopes for Apple Arcade. Unfortunately, they were crushed. Out of all the games that have been made for Apple Arcade, I've only got 9 on my phone, and only one of them I play daily. The others, I go through all my apps and go, okay, well, I'm bored with these games that are not Apple Arcade games. Okay, now let me check out Apple Arcade. Okay, I'll go to this one that I play daily. But they don't grab my attention. Some of the things that I've listed here, they're cartoonish, they're boring, they're bland in pretty much every aspect, and it feels like most developers put the excitement for the gamer or the user on the back burner and just kind of was like, whatever, let's just throw something together and throw it out there and get on Apple Arcade. Um, I play a lot of games such as computer games, console games, uh, games on the iPhone, and Apple Arcade just, while I was excited for it, it really wasn't good. It's not good. I'll be honest, I give it a 5 out of 10, and I still play ad-based games because they're more than any Apple Arcade games because they're a lot more fun. They keep my attention a lot better. So, Apple had a good idea. The developers didn't deliver. Apple Arcade is a 5 out of 10. iCloud storage, now this one is easy. 2 terabyte storage is more than enough for what I need. If you get a lower amount of storage and need more, you can get more. Apple allows you to buy up to 2 terabytes a month. I didn't really give this one a rating. It's either you need the storage or you don't. You got storage with each of the 3 plans. So, Apple News Plus. I did not want Apple News Plus, but I still got the Premier subscription, and that's what it came with. But I've made good use of it. iOS 14 allows Apple devices to now use widgets, and I think that was a really good idea and too many years late. Android did a pretty good job implementing it a while back. It's not very often that I say Android did a good job at implementing something. Usually they come out with a good idea, but they fall flat. And then Apple comes by 1 to 5 years later and makes it better. But anyways, about time Apple finally put widgets on the phone. I've stacked news widgets. I put one for sport, or like MLB, one for NHL, one for NFL, one for technology, one for Apple. And then I stacked them so I can just kind of fly through the one single widget and change some of the top stories I'm looking at. And I found myself using Apple News Plus a lot more than what I thought I ever would. I get a mix of articles from several sources, which is one thing I like. I get anything from CNN to Fox News, the Bleacher Report, and even several smaller named, no-named companies I've never even heard of. I'm personally not a fan of CNN, but when you get away from a lot of their political stuff, they've got a lot of good articles out there. And so that's a good thing with this Apple News Plus is if you just narrow it down, these are the topics I want. They'll pull articles that way and kind of deliver them to you, and whether it's in the app or the widget. And, it's actually been awesome. The 2 big problems that I have about Apple News Plus is, first off, they focus way too much on politics in the app. Every time I open the app, that's all I see. The first, 2 or 3 screen links are politics, politics, politics. I don't want politics. I want to follow sports. I want to follow technology. I don't want to follow politics, but I have no choice because that's what the app is focused on. Secondly, a lot of articles are clickbait. For Apple News Plus to be a paid program, you would think that they have really good articles, right? Well, I would say about 10 to 15% of the articles that pop up that I see and I try to read because I'm like, oh, hey, that's an awesome headline. That's the only thing that's good about them. It's got a nice headline, and then you look and you have a paragraph, maybe 2 paragraphs, but they don't really explain any more than what the headline said. So the headline's attractive, but the article sucks. I don't know what's happened to journalism over the last 20 years, but it sucks. Yeah, besides the pathetic journalism, I think overall Apple News Plus is a great idea. There's a lot of great articles. If you utilize the Apple widget on the iPhones and even on the Macs, I think you're going to get, and iPads, I guess, you're going to get a really good mix of articles that you want to see. You just got to specialize the widget to be articles that you, or topics that you want. And if you do that and stay away from the Apple News Plus app, I think you'll have a good experience with it. I give News Plus a 7 out of 10 because the app needs to stop focusing on the political crap, and Apple needs to get solid articles and get rid of the clickbait. Apple Fitness Plus is probably one of my favorite things here. When Apple One first came out, we had to wait a little bit before we could use Apple Fitness Plus, but it was worth the wait if you ask me. Apple Fitness Plus does require you to have an Apple Watch Series 3 or later running the newest Watch OS. once you are able to participate with the watch OS and your phone's OS or TV, your Apple TV box's OS, then there's a lot of pros. Such as Apple has several trainers with different styles, different music playing, different workouts, different workout durations, and they make it somewhat fun for you to work out. The trainers are actually pretty funny for the most part, and they're smart and they know what they're doing. Plus, one of my favorite things is Apple Fitness Plus works on Apple TV, iPhones, and iPads. So you can work out pretty much anywhere on the go. If you're in a hotel room, if you're at home, if you're in the gym, wherever you are, if you have an internet connection to stream, then you're set. You know, you got your watch, you got your phone, Apple TV, or iPad. Honestly, I need to do more workouts, but I have like the workouts that I've done so far, and a lot of the workouts, I don't really feel during the workout that, man, I'm hurting. I got to slow down or I got to stop. I feel good, and then after the workout's over, I kind of feel it, but it doesn't put me in pain like some other workouts might do, or other training techniques that you might try. You get really sore because of the way the workout is. Well, this one, not so much. I usually feel pretty good during the workout. I feel good after the workout. Sometimes get a little sore and a little tight, but that's mostly because, well, one, I need to work out more, and two, I need to stretch more. So that's kind of my own problem. But another thing that I like is that all of your information is displayed on your screen. For example, I use the Apple TV more than I use my phone to do it. And, when the music changes, they pop up the song, so you can see what song it is if you like it. You can go ahead and hit your Apple Music and download that song. All your rings are up there. All of your heartbeat and exercise stuff, it's all up there. The duration of the workout, the amount of time left and all of that. They keep all that information on the screen, so it's easy to see. Honestly, overall, it's got a ton of pros, but I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10 simply because some trainers, if you select a 10-minute workout, some trainers won't actually start working out until about a minute and a half in. So by the time you're finishing a workout, you're about 10 minutes and 30 seconds, 10 minutes and 45 seconds, is the overall duration, because they want to just talk too much in the beginning. And for me, I'm just like, let's get to working out. I'm in a 10-minute crunch here. I got to hurry up. And so, sometimes just know that you need to, if you get a 10-minute workout, you're going to be working out for 11 minutes. You get a 15-minute workout, you're going to be working out for 16, 17 minutes. So just know that. But overall, I think it's an easy 9 out of 10. I'm looking at my notes here. I don't have any other negatives to say about it. I think overall it's pretty awesome. And I think that Apple did a great job. And really the only way they could make it better at this point, again, I need to do some more workouts. But at this point, I think the best way for them to make it better is to allow two people to work out on an Apple TV device together. Because, if you and somebody else both want to work out and you both have Apple Watches, you can only connect one to the TV and the other person has to use their phone. So that's a bit silly, but overall, I think they've nailed this one, and this is probably the best service that they offer as of right now. If you are still on the fence with getting Apple One, I would suggest that you try their 1-month trial for free. Just make sure that you cancel before they charge you, because, well, then it's no longer free. At least not for that second month there. But I really enjoy it. I share it with my fiance, which makes it a better deal for us because it's essentially $15 a person, even though it's $30 a month, and that's for the Premier package. I have found that I use Apple Music more than ever. I utilize the News Plus service a lot more than I thought I would. I'm enjoying Fitness Plus, and it's overall, I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm going to continue using it unless Apple does something screwy. Overall, I give Apple One an 8 out of 10. There's a lot of great things that each service has to offer. None of them are perfect. No one's perfect. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I would suggest you try it. And again, check out their website for 1 month free trial. As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.